about the holiday retail webinar, the holiday retail kit. If you haven't already, for those of you that just joined us, make sure you go to centurymartialarts.com/holidaykit, log in with your wholesale account, and download this kit so you can follow along. I'd like to welcome Mr. Mark Hammond from Century Martial Arts. He's going to be talking about the kit today.
Thank you, Clayton. Pleasure to be here. Thank you all for joining today. I hope that what we give you today will help you host a very positive, successful holiday retail event. And many of you may be questioning as to, well, why should I host a holiday event? What's the benefits for me? And let's cover those real quick because they are of substantial meaning. There's a really very informative article that's in the MA Success November issue that should be hitting your school this week, and it describes in detail one particular martial arts school owner and her success with hosting a retail holiday event. And Ms. Thompson, who's the owner of TriStar Martial Arts, last year in her holiday retail sale, which lasted for 6 hours, she generated around $20,000 in retail sales. So as you can see, there's a substantial amount of revenue that can be gained from hosting a holiday retail event. It also gives you a great opportunity to showcase your school for potential new students. It provides a fun holiday atmosphere for your students and for any friends they want to invite, and just really creates a camaraderie and a family environment in your school. So there's a lot of benefits to hosting a holiday retail event, and you really want to market it as an event. While the sale would be your focal point of what's going on, by hosting an event, you're letting your participants know that there are going to be several activities happening in conjunction with the sale. Now, with the holiday retail event, what we have, the holiday retail kit, we have broken this down into 3 different tiers: planning, promoting, and profiting. So obviously you can't host a great event without having a good game plan in place. And we've tried to take all the guesswork out of planning or promoting this event by providing you with all the necessary tools that are downloadable that you can take advantage of. So the first place you want to start with is choosing a date for your holiday sale. We have included 4 suggested dates in the holiday retail kit. You don't want to get any later than the first week in December. You want to get yourself time to get all your holiday items shipped in, and you don't want to get them shipped in past the holiday time, so we want to make sure that we're choosing earlier dates. Also, you don't want to compete with Black Friday, which is the biggest shopping day of the year, the Friday after Thanksgiving. And this year, there are 7 fewer shopping days between Black Friday and Christmas. So we want to take those into account as well. So of the dates that we have listed here, I would suggest earlier is better. So November 16th or possibly November the 23rd. Are the dates that I would suggest hosting your event. And once you select one of these 4 dates, you're going to want to go to the planning calendar. And the planning calendar is tied directly into the date of your sale. So you select your date. We'll go with, say, November the 16th. You go download the calendar, and it will walk you through all the prompts starting from October the 1st all the way up to the date of your sale, and give you reminders of what tasks, what items need to take place that day. So it's really a great tool for your staff and for yourself so that no one's missing any of the important dates or times to make sure that these tasks are accomplished. It takes really all the guesswork out of when do I have to send these items out and when do I have to do this. So make sure that you're putting that in a very prominent place in your school so that all your staff is looking at that on a daily basis and none of these items are being missed. The second item that you're going to want to download from the planning portion is your pre-event checklist. And this is really week up before the sale checklist, so it's going to start about 4 to 5 days before your event, and it's really just a last-minute check for you and your staff to make sure everything's in place leading up to the day of your event. So again, you're going to want to post that in a very prominent place in your school so that everyone's on board and looking at that each and every day so none of these items get missed. And the final piece under the plan that you're going to want to download is the student order form and wish list. This you'll hand out to your students, and I would suggest inserting this in the holiday gift guide and making sure each student gets a holiday gift guide along with the student wish list and order form. So immediately encourages them to look at the catalog and start selecting gift items that they may want to ask for, and they've got that order form in hand so they can start jotting those down because they're going to need to turn this into you when it comes time to place your big order. So that's the first section of the holiday retail kit, a very important section because that's where everything starts with the proper planning of this event. And once you get everybody on board, then you can jump into the next level, which is the promoting. And this is all your marketing materials that we've made available for you. And we're going to walk through each one of those items, how they are used, and offer some tips and some guides in there on what you can do with these different marketing tools. We've got event flyers, we've got posters and flyers, we've got email images, we have postcards that you can utilize. The first one that you're going to see when you go to download the information are our posters and flyers. And the flyer is going to print out just a regular 8 by 11 size paper. The poster is going to be an 11 by 17 size. So on any of these downloadable items, you may want to take a look at the size of the actual flyer or poster. You may want to just download several into a removable drive, like a thumb drive, and maybe take them over to Kinko's and then have them printed off in color so that you can post them around. You may want to print off several if you're going to be posting these outside your school and in the community. So we've got the holiday shopping event flyer, we've got the poster, and the holidays are a great time to really give back to the community and to get involved with your community. So this year we've added some new posters and flyers to the retail kit that address that. It's a great time of the year to get together with a charity in your local city or town or one of the local churches that's giving back to the community, and you can run a contest. You can start doing a canned food drive for non-perishable items. Make sure that your location is the donation point for those items. Even if it's a charity in your town that's already doing one of these drives, again, you can suggest, hey, we want to be a donation location so that people can drop that off at our school. Again, that gets you more exposure to your community. I would suggest organizing a contest for the student who brings in the most canned goods, maybe give them a gift certificate towards purchase of a holiday retail item. And it's also a time, you don't have to do a canned drive, you can also do a toy drive. We've included a flyer that addresses that as well. So again, it's a good time to get involved with the community, which again gives your school more exposure in the community and again promotes your holiday retail event outside the school. We've also included some email reminders and email invitations. So email is a great way to get the quickest connection with your students and their families. So you can easily download these, drop them into an email format, and get those sent out to your entire contact list. Again, we want to keep prompting and reminding people that this event is taking place on the date that you select. And then lastly, we have postcards that are downloadable. And I would suggest printing those postcards out, having a lot of the extra ones at the front desk. I'd be passing those out to my students, encouraging them to invite as many of their friends to come to the holiday retail event. Again, you may want to run a contest for the student who brings in the most friends. Maybe they also get a gift certificate to be used towards their holiday retail purchase. Now, I've mentioned gift certificates twice, and we actually have 2 different gift certificates that are part of the kit that you can download. We've added a new one this year, and that's for the instructor to give to the student So those would be the ones that you would use for any of your contests that you're hosting in the school, for the can drive or for the toy drive. And then we also have a parent-to-student gift certificate that you want to have plenty of those on hand for the parent or the grandparent that just can't decide what they want to purchase for their son or daughter or grandson or granddaughter. Those are great gifts, and that way the student can come back and pick out exactly what they want. And I would suggest a couple of different ways to give out those gift certificates. For the instructor to the student, you can do Student of the Week award or have an end-of-class contest that you can award the student a small gift certificate, say of $5 or $10 range. Maybe it's $10 off their purchase of $50 or more. I'll leave that up to you. Again, you can use that as a contest with the can drive or the toy drive to the student who brings in the most items there. And again, with the student who invites the most new students to your school, you can give a gift certificate to them. I would say that for the parents and the grandparents, you'll want to make the gift certificates valid for a specific product category. Require maybe a minimum amount of $75 to $100 to offset the savings you're passing on. You can use it as a reward for a large pro shop purchase if you have a pro shop in your school. Value the gift certificates in the $5 to $10 range. But very importantly, you want to make sure you're keeping track of exactly how many gift certificates you're passing out and that you've sold, because you want to make sure you're going to sign each one of those and they're accountable. You don't want, one of your staff members turning into the Grinch and passing out gift certificates that you were unaware they were going out the door. So you want to be able to account for all of those. We've also included 4 new posters in the holiday retail kit. These posters download and print off in a 16 by 20 paper format. So I would definitely suggest to you that this, again, would be something that you want to download and maybe take to Kinko's and get those printed off. But you want to post these around the school to, again, build the excitement, build the hype of your holiday retail event. And definitely you want to call in. The holiday gift guides are coming into stock this week here at Century. You want to call in and get those on order, get those sent out to you. I will tell you this year we're doing this a little differently. We have the holiday gift guide coming out with the brand new annual catalog that has several new products that have just been added to it. So you're going to want to ask for both of those. That way you're giving the students an even greater opportunity for items that they can request on their student order form and their wish list. And I would ask for a catalog for each one of my students, because again, you want to be able to put that student wish list and order form in the holiday gift guide and get that into your student's hand as early as possible. You want to create that excitement and that buzz and really looking through it and start selecting their items as soon as possible and talking up the holiday event. Now, on the day of your holiday retail event, you want to make sure that your school is decorated. You want to provide refreshments. You want to have some holiday music playing. Make sure your staff, all your staff's available to entertain the students while parents shop. I would recommend running some mini classes, maybe a 30-minute both staff class, followed by a 30-minute chuck class, maybe a 30-minute skills and drills class. So again, the students that have invited their friends there, this is a great way to tell the benefits of martial arts and what your school has to offer. And this way you're presenting yourself with the opportunity to students as well. And this is a great time, too, if you've got students that you think are potential candidates for upgrades to your Black Belt Club or your Masters or Leaderships Club, I would certainly consider having a discounted upgrade offer for the holidays, especially for paid in fulls, to where the parent's going to upgrade their child to Black Belt Club, and you're going to use that as their holiday gift to their students. So again, don't be afraid to offer those as well. It's a great time to do that. Now, once all the students have turned in their orders, there is an instructor worksheet that is in the third stage of the holiday retail kit, and that's the profit stage. You're going to want to transfer all the individual students' order items onto your instructor worksheet. That way, turning in one large order form when you're placing your order with Century. And that way, you're taking advantage of the volume discounts that are offered based off of the total dollar amount of your order. If you're spending $250 to $499, you're going to save an additional 5% off of the wholesale price on any discountable item. If it's $500 to $999, you'll save an additional 10% on the wholesale price on any discountable item. And if it's $1,000 or more, you're going to save an additional 15% off the wholesale price on any discountable item. So the savings add up pretty quickly. One of the other posters that's also included in the holiday retail kit, we have two different gift package posters for you to make available in your school. There's a student sparring gear gift set, and there's a youth versus V-Spar 1 combo gift set. And we've left the pricing blank on those for you. I would suggest to avoid any confusion, setting your retail price as what you see in the holiday gift guide, and that just avoids any confusion with your students. But these are, again, great ways to display and build excitement with the students that, hey, here's a great price on a sparring gear kit. You've got head, hands, and feet. You've got a gear bag. You've got a mouthpiece and a mouth case. So, again, a great gift item for the parent to provide your students. Any questions?
And if you, at this time, if you have any questions, if maybe this is your first webinar, you'll see in the go-to webinar panel there in the corner of your screen a question box. Just go ahead and type those items, submit, and we'll go ahead and answer them. And I see we already have a couple of questions. The first question is, what are the two different catalogs?
The two different catalogs, that's a good question. We have our annual book, which covers all the products that we carry. It has new items that have just been added to it. And then we have our holiday gift guide, which are all the holiday items. These are seasonal items. Our buyers do a really good job of going out and picking products that they feel that the martial arts students are really going to enjoy. But again, they're seasonal items, so that's another reason to have host your sale as early as possible, because when they're gone, they're gone. They only bring in a certain number for the holiday season. So we want to make sure we're accommodating you as best as possible.
Perfect. Next question is, this person has their sale set for the 9th. Is that too early for a school to have their holiday?
I really don't think so. I'm a big advocate of hosting it early. If they read the article in MMA Success Magazine, the November issue, that's Ms. Thompson also references. She starts her holiday event very early in November. That's when especially moms get in the buying mode for holiday shopping. They want to get that done and out of the way as soon as possible. So no, to answer that question, that's not too early.
Okay. And the next question is, when will the gift guides be available again, and how many should a school order?
Okay. The gift guides should be coming into stock this week, and I would recommend that you get a gift guide for each one of your students to take home with them.
Is all of the shopping done through, is all the student shopping done through the catalogs, or is there another way for students to do their shopping?
Students can log on to the to the retail website and view the holiday items as well as any of Century's items. The great thing about the holiday gift guide is it puts it in their hand. It makes it priority for them. You've already included the wish list or the student order form, so hopefully that's going to get them really pumped about looking through the catalog and picking out the items that they want.
Yeah, and there's also something, especially for younger people, to have have it in their hand to be able to look at it.
Absolutely. I mean, I think just about all of us can remember when we were young and kids, and when the new Christmas catalogs or the sale catalogs would come out. You're grabbing them, you're looking at them. Black Friday is a perfect example. Used to, those ads were in the Thanksgiving Day paper, and that's when you sale for Black Friday. Now retailers are starting several weeks in advance of that, so the earlier you can get the students involved with that, the better. So I again would say yes, put a holiday gift guide in their hands, but they can also go to our website.
Okay. We have a question about cost for the holiday gift guides or the catalogs.
There's no cost to the school owners for the catalogs or the gift guides. And again, the holiday retail kit is absolutely free. You just have to have a wholesale login to go to the wholesale site and download it.
This is an interesting question. If you have a regular event scheduled for class day, or I'm sorry, if they have the shopping event scheduled for class day, should they cancel the class in order to have the shopping event, or should they have some kind of a special event set aside outside of the regular class schedule?
I would not cancel classes. Again, you want people to see your school in action, and you're going to want your students to invite as many of their friends as possible. And if you're getting involved on the community side with hosting a food drive or a toy drive, that gets that many more people through your door. So no, I would not cancel classes. If you don't have classes the day of your event, then I would definitely want you to host some mini classes so students can actually see what goes on in the school. But if you're already holding classes that day, absolutely continue to do that.
The next question is, how would a school owner order the right quantity of catalogs and gift guides for their school? What's the best way to make sure that they have those in their class?
Well, again, I would want every active student in my school to have a gift guide. Now, obviously, you can look at, you may want to give it to the parents if it's one of your really young students. So if you're doing a Little Dragons program, you're not going to give a guide to a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old, but you want to get that into the parent's hands. But I'd look at my active student count, and that's what I would try to work off of.
So once a school has that number of how many guides they're going to need, what's the best way to order those guides?
Call our 1-800 number. Just call into Century, 1-800-626-2787, and request the holiday gift guide and the annual catalog.
And what's the deadline for receiving the product? So if I'm going to host my event, when do I need to get my order in to make sure that those products arrive by Christmas?
No later than the first week in December. I would not go any longer than that.
And that's for ground shipment?
Well, that'd be for receiving products in too, because once the holiday gift guides get into the student's hands, they're getting ordered at record paces. So you want to make sure that you're getting your orders in as soon as possible. So the longer you wait to host your event, the bigger risk you run running into some out of stocks on some of the items. And again, ground shipment, we'll send an email out here in a few weeks with the final day to use ground shipment with UPS to ensure that your items arrive before the holiday.
And just to reiterate, you were talking about giving a catalog and a gift guide to each active student?
Absolutely.
And include in there the order form that is included in those materials we download.
That way your students have a broader range of items that they can request. Obviously, the holiday items are the focus of your event and what most students are going to focus on. But if there's some additional items that are in the annual book that they really want for to enhance training, say at home, then I would make those available. Or you can put the annual books out at the front desk and let the students look through those as well too if they don't want to pass out as many annual books. But I definitely would get a holiday gift guide in every one of my students' hands.
Okay, and I'd also like to touch on the fact Mr. Hammond spoke about the article that's in the November MA Success magazine. If you haven't received that magazine yet, or maybe you don't get MA Success, I encourage you. It's available as of today on our website, the November issue. So go to masuccess.com and you can click through and read a digital version of that issue. And I encourage you to check out the story in there about maximizing your holiday profits.
It's an excellent story. Ms. Thompson is very meticulous in her approach to a holiday retail event, and the results speak for themselves in terms of what she does, generating those kind of revenues in a 6-hour period of time of $20,000. But again, there's a lot of good detail in that article, so I would encourage everyone on this webinar to either go digitally and read it or pick up the copy that's on its way to you and read that, because there's a lot of good information in there. Coupled with that, along with your holiday retail kit, you're going to have a great holiday retail event.
Perfect. And we see there are a lot of questions that are still remaining that are kind of very specific questions. We'll do our best to answer all of those questions as we kind of wind down the webinar. So if you have a question that hasn't been answered, or if you have a highly specific question, we will send a private reply to you in those question boxes there.
The key with the holiday retail kit, you want to make sure that if you don't have a wholesale account set up with Century, you're going to need to get one of those set up right away. It's very easy to do. Again, call into our 800 number. We'll get you in contact with our customer care specialist that'll get you set up with a wholesale account, so that you can take advantage of the free holiday retail kit.
And if I've forgotten my wholesale account number, do I just call 800-626-2787 and get that number?
Absolutely. We're going to need the phone number associated with the account, which is usually the phone number for the school, school name, your name. Typically, a phone number works best for us.
Perfect. And if you have any other questions, like I said, you can throw them in that question box, and we're going to go ahead and reply privately to all the questions that haven't been answered. And of course, you can always call the 800 number or go online and send us an email.
Ask me. Call and ask for me.
Perfect.
There is, at the very end of the holiday retail survey that we would request that you would fill out, and it really, your response is going to help us make the holiday retail kit better and better each year. And so this survey really is addressing how we can make the holiday kit better. And if you complete that survey, you're going to be entered into a contest for a $250 credit to be applied to your account. So one lucky winner is going to get $250 applied to their wholesale account to be used towards merchandise. So we really would appreciate your feedback. It's our goal to make this the best holiday retail kit that we can, and we would love for your feedback and ideas.
And on that same note, today is October 1st. As you know, we're entering the last 3 months of the year. We're jam-packed with all kinds of holidays and events coming up in the next few months that are going to be perfect opportunities for you to reach out into your communities and market your school. And we'd like to extend an offer to you today to get the next 3 months of Maya's Success Kit for $29 a month. Inside the Success Kit, you're going to have marketing ideas for Halloween, for fall festivals, for Thanksgiving, for all of the December holidays. It's a really a great resource that's going to give you the tools, the strategies, and the ideas to implement there. So to take advantage of that offer, just simply call Maya at 866-626-6226. Mention the webinar when you speak to Roger or Brent, and they will get you set up with 3 months of our Success Kit for $29 a month, and that is going to get you all the way through New Year's, and you're going to have all kinds of great ideas and strategies in that Success Kit. And if you have any questions about Success Kit, any questions that we didn't cover about the webinar, or if maybe you came in late and you have some questions about the beginning, like I said, we're going to stay online for the next several minutes answering those questions in the box. So thank you all for joining us today. Mr. Hammond, thank you for helping us out.
My pleasure. And we really want your feedback on how your holiday retail event turned out. So please let us know. We have a Facebook group, it's Century Wholesale, for our wholesale customers. So you can join that and let us know how your holiday retail event, how successful it was. Post up pictures. We really want the feedback, and any questions that you have for me specifically, you can also message me on Facebook for those as well.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us. And like I said, we're going to stick around just the next few minutes and kind of privately answer questions. So feel free to stick around and continue the conversation with us.
Thank you, everyone.